Hello guys, Jamboo here, and today I'm going to teach you something that has literally changed my game. I've been stuck for a little while now, getting a mix between sort of rank 3 and rank 2, but just feeling like I'm not quite winning some of the games that I should be winning. And since I've started doing this, it has just made life so much easier, and it's actually pretty crazy how many people out there aren't abusing this meta. So I'm going to show you it today. If you enjoy this style of video where it's just like a quick one with a little tip there that will help you, if you want to see more, do leave a like for me. You can subscribe as well. We'll have tons of stuff happening over the team of the season period that you guys will not want to miss. If you want your Maldini played, link in the description. Let's get into the video. If you need the cheapest FC25 coins to build your super team, then check out MMOEXP by clicking the link down below and use code JambooUK 8% off. Okay, so we'll start off with the actual settings you're going to need here, and then we're going to go to some gameplay footage from my stream, and I'm going to tell you how to pull this off, because it will literally change your game. Like, if you start doing this, I promise you, you will just win games that you wouldn't have before. It is as simple as that. This is the high level meta, but it's really not that difficult to do. And say, for example, if you're a Division 5 player and you're doing this and you start doing it in your division, you're going to absolutely slam people at that level. So this is something you guys want to be implementing. Let's start off with the actual settings you need. So from my experience, I find that this is easier with assisted shooting. A lot easier as well, especially if you're a lower level player. You know, this works perfectly well with assisted. I've had zero issue with it at all, and the game's just going to help you out a bit. The other thing is you're going to need timed finishing on, okay? Very important. You need it. It's a non-negotiable. You have to have timed finishing on for this. And there's one more setting that we're going to get into, but you have to actually go into a game in order to put it on. So let's jump into a game. Okay, so once you're in a game, all you have to do is pause, and you're going over to the trainer here. Now, from my experience, once you have done these settings, they do stick for the most part. However, occasionally EA can just be EA, and this will reset and you'll have to turn it back on in game. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to turn the trainer on. You want that on show. And the one that's important here is the timed finishing indicator. This is going to make it a lot easier to green your shots. So you're going to turn this on. That is the important one. There is actually a few other really decent ones here that can be beneficial, like the offside indicator, so you can actually see above your player's head when they're offside. The trainer's actually got some cool little like gameplay hacks in there. You know, it's definitely, the trainer's sort of hidden as this thing where it's like advertised as if it's just to help people who have no idea how to play. But things like this timed finishing indicator, the shot target, and the offside indicator, they're actually very useful at a high level, so I'd recommend switching them on. But for the purpose of this video, it is the timed finishing indicator. Turn that on, and now I'm going to show you in-game exactly how to destroy your opponent. Okay, so now you see a still image of me. That is because these are my stream highlights from last night. So I don't want to duplicate, you know, me being here right now and all that stuff. So what's going to happen here is we're in a high level game. As you can see, I'm 12-1. Like, the SBMM in champs is crazy. Obviously, what I'm about to show you works at the very highest level. It's what pros are using, and the opponent we were playing here is very good. So if you haven't worked it out by now, this is the travella meta, and it sort of works with finesses as well. However, I do find that travellas are a lot more effective for this, and for a very long time I sort of neglected this from my game. But since adding it in, it is quite literally changed everything. So we're going to let this play out once, and then we'll go back and I'll show you guys a couple of different variations of how you can do this and how to set it up. So this is the first one here. Bang. So as you can see, you don't even need to be in a good position here. You are quite literally scoring from outer space. So if we speak about the build-up, and then I'll tell you how to do it, you do have the controller input up here as well. But for this one that I just did, it is a full sprint travella. So essentially all you have to do here is you're working the ball down the line. You see, we did a sprint boost there. And as soon as you're in this position where you're just past the fullback, you're just going to curve your run to slightly face a little bit more towards the goal. So instead of running straight down the line, you're going to see I curve in a little bit. So right here, this touch here, you see how we curve inside. You can see that I'm already holding the left trigger here for the travella. And all you're going to have to do is follow the timed shooting indicator. As you can see with my aim here, I'm quite literally aiming like up at this other corner flag, up here, you know, where my mouse is. That's why assisted is so good for this, because you can just sort of aim to the side you want to go. But you're aiming for this far corner, of course, in theory, even though we're not. You're holding the left trigger, and if you don't know how to timed finish, you've been living under a rock. But if you don't, you essentially power up your shot, and then using this indicator, as soon as these white lines get into the green, you're going to press shoot again. You're going to see the green flash up above the head, and this travella is just going to fly in from outer space. So this was all while fully sprinting. Absolutely busted. It's not something that should be happening on the game, but whilst it's here, you know, we're going to use it. The swerve and stuff you get off the ones when you're sprinting are like absolutely crazy. Like, it is just beyond broken. And the keepers just have absolutely no chance. I would say if you green time those ones, they're going in 9 out of 10 times. Like, the only way that it's not is if they move the keeper or somehow block the shot. But now I'm going to show you another variation of the travella, which is arguably a little bit easier to set up. Okay, so for this one, again, I'm going to let it play out for you guys, and then we'll break it down, and I'll explain exactly how to do it. Absolutely crazy. So this is a more central position travella, where you're not actually having to sprint in order to do it. So essentially all we do, it's this same speed boost down the wing. That is absolutely key for everything, the speed boost. You want to learn that. We work a bit of magic here, and we reverse flip-flap him. You know, we absolutely send the guy. And from here, what you're doing is you're looking at the mini-map and your potential options up here. So I'm seeing my midfielder come in, and obviously there's nothing we can do from here. There is a tiny chance that if I just hit a travella here, it could loop in over the keeper, but it's very unlikely because the angle is just so wacky. But what you're going to want to do is just recycle the ball. From here again, I don't have enough time to turn in and shoot, but I do see this midfielder back here. And as you've seen from the last travella, these can fly in from absolutely anywhere. So we just simply recycle it back. We're not sprinting. We're just using the left stick to walk forward just to set it up a little bit. You're going to aim again. You see here, I'm aiming down towards the corner flag. The keeper positioning is all over the place when you're in this position. You see, he's just got no chance of saving it. And the same premise applies. You're just holding that left trigger. You're aiming down here. And we hit that green time. Absolutely beautiful finish. I love that one. The animation on it is just so cool. Like, it's stupid and it's broken, but it's also very satisfying to see these fly in. Gerard, bang. But guys, it's very simple. Like, if you start doing this, you just are going to win more games. Like, it is as simple as that. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more like this, do leave a like. Appreciate you, and peace.